Looks like we're still chugging along.
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Moon Studio Moonshine. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Right up front here, we have some nice images of Moonshine, his robot mode. In his train mode, his name is Moonshine. On this side, we have Moonshine. On this side, we have Moonshine up top. Moonshine on the bottom, words, things, barcodes. On the back of the box, you have your obligatory product shots. Warning, don't eat anything in this box that can be very bad for you. And that's basically it for the packaging. And moving right along, here we have Moonshine, the next component of Moon Studios Radiotron, their take on Raiden, and this is their take on Shouki. I think I'm pronouncing that right, sorry if I'm not. But here he is in his robot mode. The robot mode looks quite nice in my opinion, but not without his issues. But we will talk about that as we move along. But overall design, he looks quite good. But let's get in close here so we can take a look not at his belly, but at his noggin. Oh, there's the noggin. You can see some nice silver for the face there. Nice metallic blue for the eyes. That crest done in gray. Get some yellow in there. The yellow is a little on the sloppy side. Not too crisp. A little bit like overspray, a little bit, you know. Could use a little bit of work there. That little bit right here, there's a little die cast bit in the center. You can see the paint scratched off. I'll explain why that's scratched off a little bit later. We do get some silver in there as well. His big old feet. Lots of silver here along the sides. And moving up the back, here is another issue. These wheels. These wheels. Now in the pictures, the wheels are just tucked up, all nice, all squared off with the leg. But in reality, boop, nope, because these have to move for the train mode. And they just flop around. There's nothing to hold them in place. They just do that, and I don't like it. I want them to stay up like this, but they just, I don't know, maybe I could tighten that up in some way, shape, or form. I'll try, but still, that's annoying. Don't like that one bit. But moving up the back here, you can see he has a big old butt plate going on there. That is accurate. If you look up his animation model, he does have like a panel hanging out behind his back. I don't think it hangs down this low, but it's accurate to a degree. You can see the front section of the train there on his back. Again, not without its issues, but for the most part, looks pretty good. Now, articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint, so you have your wiggly-waggly. If you use that transformation joint, you can get him to do a squirrel. You can look down, head can do a full 360. Arms can do a full 360. They can move in and out. You can move this shoulder piece out of the way so you can get that full range of movement. The shoulder itself is on a double joint, so you can get a little extra range there if you need it. This hinge is pretty snug on mine. You can do that. You do have bicep rotation, 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. As far as the hands go, you do have wrist rotation. You have posable hands here. The thumb is on a ball joint at the base and a hinge there, and each finger is on a ball joint at the base and a hinge right there. So you have decently posable hands. You do have waist rotation. You have a little bit of an ab crunch. And one cool thing is this crotch panel is spring loaded, so it'll move down to make way for the ab crunch, which is nice. The legs can go forward about that far, outward, go back about that far before things start to get in the way. Outwards, you can do the full splits. You have thigh rotation. As you can see, the foot on this side, a little loose. I'm going to have to tighten that up. But you have thigh rotation. You have 90 degrees, slightly over 90 degrees of bend at the knee. And as far as the feet go, you can move the toe down. You do have a bit of a toe hinge here because this is on double hinge here, so you can kind of move that toe up and down some. And you do have your ankle tiltage. Now, as far as accessories go, you do get his blaster. just cast in black with some silver in there. It looks quite nice. You get the combined mode chest piece done in that nice blue with the black in there. You get that nice pearlized finish right there as well with some yellow. So there you have that, and you also get the coupling to connect your trains together, magnetized. Boop. So you get that as well, and of course you can have him holding his weapon, the tab in the palm that will go into a slot in the handle. You can hold his gun and pew pew bang bang, and all of that good stuff right there. And one thing to note also about this butt panel, if you don't like the butt panel, you can always split it and bring it out to the sides. Just have them be like hip skirts. I think that looks pretty cool too. So hey, things you can do if you want to do it. You have the option. Options, good. You know how it works. You know how it works, but just leave it. Let's just leave it back here for now. But there you go. So there you have that, and now for comparison. Here he is with MP44 Prime. And now we bring in the rest of the team. This is going to get harder and harder to do as we get more of these members, because these guys are not small, but we're going to try. We're going to try. Let's see where you can fit. Do you fit here? He's a big boy. He's the big guy of the group. There you go. But there we have our Moon Studio train bots so far, and the team is looking quite good so far. Quite good. So there you go. So that is basically it for the robot mode. So let's get down to transformation, shall we? Let's. So to get him into train mode, we're going to start off with the legs. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take this section, just bring this up, take the foot, and just fold it back on that double hinge, and then this section will come up and tab over it like so. You have this little panel right here, this little sliver that's going to flip out like that. And once you've done that, you're going to just open up the leg right here. Just open that up like so. And you have this little connector piece in here that you're going to flip up, and it's going to go onto a tab right in here. So just get that lined up, and that will just tab into place, and that will keep that from collapsing back down. That locks that into place. And once you have done that, then all of this you can just tab together like so, and then you can rotate the leg 180 at the knee like that. They have that side done. So second verse, guess what, is just like the first. So open that up and collapse the foot in, bring that section down over it, flip out a little sliver of a panel, open this up, and then bring up this little locking piece here and line that up and tab that into place. Then you can tab all of this in. Oh, one thing I always forget, there's always this little blue panel here. You want to bring that up also. There you go. And I'll just rotate the leg 180 at the knee and flip up the little blue panel here. There you go. So once you have done that, you're just going to take the legs and just tab it all together. Tab it all together, and tab it all together. Get everything lined up, like that, and then you're going to just make sure that these two wheel halves connect as well. Oops. There we go. And there we go. Get those wheels connected, like that. There we go. Get all nice and squozen, like so. Then you can flip the wheels up, and just like with all the others, you have this little tab here. You just flip up, and that will kind of keep the wheels from collapsing back down, even though they still do anyway. But you know, I usually don't bother with these things. I always leave them down, but per the instructions, you're supposed to flip them up. I usually don't bother with them, but there you have the the back of the train. Done. And there you go. So now we will move on up. So you can take these panels here, just bring these out to the side, like so. And we can start working on the upper body. So what we're going to do here is come back here, and if it didn't do it for you already, you have these two posts back here. Just undo that, just loosen that up. The combined mode head, as you can see, is just stuffed right into his back here. So you just pull it out. It is pegged in. So just undo that, and there it is. Hi, how you doing? And just leave that hanging out there for now, and leave that hanging there for now. And now we can kind of get other things situated here. So bring the arms up a little bit. Oh, there you go. That undid itself for me. But undo that panel right there, and you want to open up the chest, and this section here with the wheels will feed through. That's the first time that hasn't gotten stuck on me. Thank you for cooperating. And then you just take this, rotate it 180, and just leave that hanging down for now. So now we can get the armular region here all squared away here. So this little panel, just flip that up, bring up that shoulder panel, and what's going to happen here is you're going to open up the forearm. Just open this section up, and then open all of this up, like so. Bring that panel out, like that. And what's going to happen here is you're going to just collapse this up. It's on a double hinge. Collapse that up, and then just bring the fist up like that. You're going to then bring all of this up, and you want to fold it up on this hinge here. So make sure that's flush. So bring it up so that shoulder piece, this little pauldron here, is right up against the shoulder. And then you want to fold it in on this hinge here and collapse the arm into the body. Make sure things are out of your way. And just collapse that in. Oops, again, you have to make sure everything's out of your way. There you go. There you go. And just set that in there like that. And again, second verse, guess what? Just like the first, you know. You already know. So bring this up, fold that little panel up, open up the forearm, open it up, open that up, open that all up, collapse that up, flip that up. There's a lot of ups. Bring this up, and rotate this up, and then we rotate it down. Lots of ups and just one down. That's a good day, don't you think? I do. So just get that all in there, like so. And there you go. So now you got that all squared away, like so. So we're getting there. We're getting there. So now, what we're going to do is, what are we going to do now? We're going to take, if we come back up here, this whole front section, we'll just extend up. And again, just make sure you have your clearance. There we go. Make sure that all sits up, like so. You can extend this section also. Go, little posts and ports that will go right in here. They don't hold in too well, but everything will lock together solidly once we get everything connected. And you're going to then come down here, and we're going to work on all this. So just bring all this in. Again, bring all this in, bring all this in, and those panels will tab in right up here. So bring all that in. Again, just bring all that in. These two panels will tab together. Like that. Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy. Oh, actually, there's something we forgot to do. Order of operations. Order of operations. We need to work on the combined mode head. We gotta do some work here. So you want to split the head like this, and then rotate these pieces so the yellow ends up facing down, or depending on how you have it oriented, facing forward. And all of this is going to tuck into the body of the train. Again, you have lots of hinges here to work with, so just get that tucked down like that, and that will sit right in there. Once you've done that, now we can bring all this together. There we go. Now we can get all this all snugged up and all locked together. There we go. And order of operations. Always important. There we go. So we got that going, and now we can come down here. You have a panel right under here that you're going to flip out, and then this will extend up. Got this panel here, send this up, and just flip that out, like so. Just gonna get these bits out of the way also. And you're just going to now just take all this and just lock it all together on either side. And get all nice and squozing. Get everything lined up. And everything will just pop right in. Like that. And then you just interlock these two sections here. With that. And boom. There you go. Beautiful. Beautiful. So now here is the most annoying part of this transformation. Every video that I have seen, everybody seems to have a problem with this, and yes, it's annoying. So this should be a really simple thing, but for some reason it works, but you have to kind of make it work. But anyway, first thing you want to do is just flip that little blue piece up. But you have these two halves here. What's supposed to happen, they're on a double hinge. They're just supposed to swing back, and they're just supposed to pop in like right underneath the windshield here. You would think, okay, that's an easy move, but for some reason, they just don't want to go. They're supposed to go. Like the little groove they have to go into is like minuscule, and it's just for some reason, when you try to just do this the normal way, I have not been able to get these to really pop in, because I can get that lined up, but then this doesn't want to push down. It's a pain in the butt. I was struggling with this for like a good half an hour, and then I was like, okay, let me see how I can just make this work. And I found a way to make it work. So basically, what I ended up doing, and this isn't really the most elegant way to do it, because you're probably going to end up messing stuff up, but I'll explain what I mean. So, got to angle it this way, if you can see. Angle it this way, and then you can bring these panels back, and they'll tab in like they're supposed to. And basically, I just kind of take them and just kind of force them down past the windshield, and then they'll just pop right into place. That's the best way to go about it, but the thing is, you can always risk like scratching up this silver paint here, because you are just kind of scraping it by this, so not the best way to do it, but it's the only way that I can make it work. There might be a more elegant way to do it, where it actually works the way it's supposed to, but it wouldn't work with me. It would not work with me. It just fought me constantly, so I don't know what to tell you. If you can make it work in a better way, God bless you, but I just couldn't do it. It's the only way I can make it work. But anyway, once you've done that, you can take these sections here, they will come up, and you have posts and ports that will secure like that. Bring that up, and posts and ports, secure that. They'll also tab into that front section as well. And there you go. And last thing we're going to do, take the head. You want the head to just kind of tuck into this little opening right here. And what's also going to happen is you have these two tabs here, which will go into these two slots right here on either side. So bring that up and tab that in. Bring it side. And there you go. And again, you can flip out those wheels. And if you want to, flip down these little tab things, which again, I don't bother with them, but you know, do what you want. For the sake of the demonstration, I'll do it. But there you go, and we are done, and there you have Moonshine in his train mode. he doesn't spin all that well. But there you go. But there is Moonshine in train mode. And it's a good looking train mode, I will say. The train mode looks quite nice. You know, it's worth the work and a little bit of the fiddliness. I mean, you know, it does have its fiddle factor. It definitely has its fiddle factor, but it all comes together pretty dang solidly there. I can work with it. I can work with it. So let's get in close here so we can take a look at the details. You got the yellow right up front there for the headlights. You got the nice tinted transparent windshields there, trimmed with silver. You got the blue stripes going down the sides. Again, more of that transparent tinted plastic there for the windows. Lots of silver going across the top. You got the back, little back door there, the back window is painted in a dark gray. Oh no, looks quite good. And there is the top, there is the bottom. He does kind of have visible hair. You can kind of see the combined mode head in there. It's kind of peeking at you. It's kind of creepy, actually. Look at that. That's disturbing, actually. But you have that. He does roll, as rolling things should. Hooray, hooray for rolling. And for comparison, here he is with MP10, who's the same size as MP44. So in vehicle mode anyway. So it just, you know, one less thing for me to transform. But there you can see him with MP Prime. And now let's bring in the other train boys and get in our group shot here. Let's see if we can make this work. We're going to try. We're going to try. This is going to get harder and harder to do as time goes, but you know what? We're going to make it work. There we go. There we have our Raiden boys so far. And they do look quite good together, in my opinion. I like it. I like it. So, there you go. Now, as far as storage goes, you can take the combined mode chest piece. There are two tabs right here, which will go into two slots right up here. You can take it and just plug it on like so. And yeah, they're going on. Thing you can do if you want to do it. As far as the gun goes, there's no actual storage for the gun except for this. There are these 4 ports underneath the chest piece, and this does fit. I don't know if this is intended. It's not in the instructions, but you can plug it in there like that and just kind of have that going on. It's the best way I found to store it. Hey, things you can do if you want to do it. And of course you have the coupling here, which will just clip onto this bar in the back, and you can connect all your trains together, and it gets very long. It gets very long. When we have the full team, I think I'll do like a total combination with them all hooked together, so you can see just how long that gets. But yeah, there you have that. So that is basically it for the train mode. So let's get down to transformation again, shall we? So now we're going to go into combine mode. So to do that, we need to rise. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to start undoing stuff here. So open these panels up, and just undo all of this. And undo this. Just kind of get this up and out of the way. Open all this up. Let's get in here. Just pop all this up and pop all this up. Come here. Take these sections here and unplug them. Bring them down. Now in this instance, you're going to fold in this front piece and then fold it in again. So fold it. And just leave those hanging out. And of course you want to flip in all of the wheels, so bring these little locking pieces down, fold the wheels in, and come up here, flip down these little retaining tabs, and flip that in, like so, as always. Cat hair not included. There you go. You can bring that down, get that out of your way for now if you want to. And okay, so now we're going to just undo all of this, just to get things out of our way, because we got to get things out of the way. So get that out. And again, just get panels. So again, this figure does have its fiddle factor. There you go. Get that out of the way so you can get the combined mode head out, like so. And again, you just want to fold this back up, close that back, rotate these orange pieces up so the yellow is facing forward. There we go. So now we're going to come back up to the nose here, and you're going to undo this and bring them back up. Just pop that out and just shift those back up, and then this whole nose will collapse up and over like that, like we're going back into robot mode basically. And that will just hang out right there. This little bit right here, you just want to flip that in. And what is going to happen here is just going to collapse this in, and you're going to close all this back up, and the head is going to fit into this little gap right here. So, get everything situated like you're going back into train mode, and make sure that head is sitting right there where it's supposed to. And then you are actually, before we do that, I always forget to do this. Always forget. There are these two little hooks you want to flip out. You want to do this first. In order of operations. Order of operations. There we go. So get those flipped out. And now we close everything up. There we go. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Both lemon and squeezy. There we go. Boom, boom. Get that all back together like so. And the head itself has little tabs that will go into those slots that we use for storage for the chest piece. So get it all together and push that down and tab that in. And you can rotate the little head crest up like that. So we got that going on. And you can bring these back up, and you can also tab this piece with the wheels in. Again, just leave that hanging out there for now. So we basically got that bit all done. So now I'm going to come down here and we're going to work on all this. So fold this panel back in and fold this panel back in. And this assembly here is brought back like that. And then you want to split the legs, split all this, and you're going to bring the legs out all the way like so. And once you've done that, we're going to take these two halves here and we can bring them together. And if you want, you can just tab them right back here. Just kind of keep them out of your way. That's what I do. Just leave them there. And it keeps it out of the way while you're working on the legs here. So what you're going to do here is you're going to untab this section and free it up. You're going to flip out the arm connector right here. You're going to take this section with the wheels. This will rotate up like that. You're going to come here and you have this little connector that's going to flip up, and then you have this little rectangular piece right here. You're going to push that in like that. You can come back here and you can just kind of pull it in the rest of the way. That's it right there. So you have that going on. And then you're going to come here to this side and you're going to flip this down, and then you're going to come here to this section and you're going to push on the side, boop, and that will allow you to get in here and flip out this hook right there. And once you have done that, you need to do Two more moves here. You're going to take the thigh, you're going to rotate it a quarter of a turn, and then rotate the leg back up. And you can see that orients it, so now the knee hinge is facing forward, so that will allow us to then bring the leg in, and then you just line everything up, and everything should just hook right in. Like that. There we go. There we go. Something was slightly off there. Okay, and then you can push that in so that I can hook onto that, and then you can close this up. Now this little panel here, the instructions don't say anything about flipping it back in, but I flip it back in. And you have this little clip right here. Push that down, and that will further lock that into place. And there you go. So you're going to do the same thing on the other side here. So, come back around, going to untab that, flip out, peg, a little tighter on this side, there we go, and rotate this up, like that, and then flip this up, push that in, again you can pull that out from the other side also, like so. Flip this down and flip this out like that, and then rotate the leg in, rotate this back up like so, and everything should come together nicely. There we go. This time you cooperated with me. And just push that in to lock that into place. Put that in, like so. Again, if you want to flip this little panel in, you can. I do, but it's not really specified in the instructions whether you should or not. But there we go. Now this back panel here, that just ends up resting against his back like that. And more little things we need to do first is we need to come under here. And you have these little connector pieces, which just rotate out. You have 4 of them in total, 2 on each side. So flip that one up, and then flip this one up, and flip that up. Like that. Then you're going to open up this panel here, and you're going to flip out this section here. Now, when I took this out of the box, when I tried to do this the first time, this was like totally like stuck. I ended up having to get a pair of pliers to grab it and yank it loose. I think it was just like paint stuck. And I finally loosened it up, and now it flips out fine. But unfortunately, I kind of, marred up the paint because I had no choice. I had to grab it with something and just got to yank it down. But there you go. There's a little connector piece right there. Flips down as well. So that's all your connector pieces there for that. And once you do that, you bring in the chest piece. You have these tabs here that will flip out on either side. And the center portion also has a magnet as well, because there's, I guess, a little piece of metal right there that will just attach it. But what's going to happen is you're going to take this wheel section, we'll just tuck in right in here. So just tuck all that in, and you have tabs and slots right in here. Of course, you have that magnet as well, helping you out. And you just line things up. And just plug it in, and plug it in. Whoops. And sometimes it fights you, sometimes it doesn't. This guy definitely has his fiddle factor. That's one thing I will say. He definitely has his fiddle factor. And then this wants to come undone. Okay, let's try this again. We can do this. We can make it. If we can make it here, we can make it anywhere. There we go. Boom. There we go. Now it worked with me. And there you go. There you have Moonshine in his combine mode. And there you go. It makes the whole upper torso here. And I think that looks pretty good. Again, kind of fiddly to get there, but you get there. And once you do get there, everything is nice and solid. So There you go. Got them in combine mode here. You see arm connectors. One thing that does bug me a little bit is just all this is just kind of open and doesn't really look all that elegant. I mean, granted, the arm is going to be connected there and it's going to cover all that up, but still, it would have been nice if that was just a little, a little tidier, so you didn't just see all this inside stuff. But again, the arm's gonna cover that up when it's connected. But yeah, there you go. You have your connection points down here as well to connect him to Iron Arm. But yeah, there he is in his combined mode, so there you go. So there you have Moonshine, and yeah, he's kind of a mixed bag. The robot mode looks good, the train mode looks good, the combined mode looks good for the most part. The transformation definitely has its fiddle factor. I mean, it can get a little frustrating here and there. Getting those pieces of the nose section to come together, that was a major pain in the butt. I found a way to make it work, not the best way, I know, but I found a way to make it work. The loose wheels behind his legs in robot mode are definitely an annoyance. I'm going to see if I can do something about that to actually make them stay where they're supposed to. So, yeah, definitely some things that could have been improved. Definitely not my favorite figure of this set, but still happy that the set is coming along. So, there you go. Now, if you would like this or any of Moon Studios' other offerings, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There'll be a link in the description down below so you can check that out. You can also check out the Radiotron playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love Peace Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Moon Studio Moonshine, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Hey there. Oh, aren't you the leader of those train guys? Yep, that's me. Well, around here, I'm the leader. If you say so. Oh, I say so. So are you going to lead your team to victory against the Decepticons? I'll get around to it. Eventually. That's not how being a leader works. You're just gonna keep walking away? Okay.